Caitlin Clark just did something so unreal, so mind-blowing that the entire WNBA is in shock. Fans are losing it, players are speechless, and even the referees look confused. Some say it's pure basketball genius. Others think it shouldn't even be allowed. But one thing is clear, you've never seen anything like this before. Clark is already famous for hitting deep three-pointers, making perfect passes, and crossing up defenders. But this was something else. It wasn't just a cool play, it was a message. A move so bold, so wild, that even her opponents had to stop and ask, "Wait, did that really just happen?" Every moment was caught on camera, and trust me, you need to see this. So get ready, because we're about to break down the most shocking and game-changing moment of Caitlin Clark's career. Let's talk about range. The game clock is running out, the pressure is high, and Caitlin Clark is standing way behind the three-point line. Most players wouldn't even think about shooting from there. But Caitlin, she doesn't just think about it, she owns it. A defender rushes toward her, waving their arms, trying to stop her. But Caitlin doesn't even blink. No dribble, no fake, just a quick flick of her wrist. The ball flies through the air, traveling a distance that seems impossible. And then swish. The crowd goes wild, fans jump out of their seats, and the other team just stares, too shocked to speak. You can almost hear them thinking, did that really just happen? This wasn't just any deep shot, it was the deepest one she had ever taken as a pro, and she made it look easy. It's the kind of play that makes you wonder if normal basketball rules even apply when Caitlin Clark is on the court. Is this even fair? Maybe not, but Caitlin is out here changing the game, one crazy shot at a time. Let's think about this for a second. Most players need to bend their knees and use their whole body to shoot from deep. But Caitlin? She makes it look as easy as tossing a rock into a pond. Did she take a secret class on basketball physics? Or is she just built different? Whatever the reason, defenders don't know what to do. Stopping her is like trying to block Wi-Fi with a brick wall. It's just not happening. And just when you think she's done, she pulls out another trick. Now let's talk about her passing. If you thought her shooting was crazy, wait until you see what she does when the ball is moving. Picture this. The ball is loose, players are crashing into each other, and everything looks like a big mess. Most players would panic, drop the ball, or just throw it away. But Caitlin, she loves this kind of chaos. In one smooth move, like she planned it the whole time, she grabs the ball, barely looks, and fires a perfect pass right to her teammate. No stopping, no extra movement, just a lightning-fast, no-look pass that leaves defenders standing like statues. Most players in this situation would panic and throw a pass that flies into the crowd, maybe even hitting a fan and knocking over their popcorn. But Caitlin's passes are different. They don't just reach her teammates, they find them, like the ball has a GPS and Caitlin is in full control. Now, let's be real, passing under pressure is hard. Even the best players struggle when defenders are all over them. But Caitlin, she does it in midair, with players jumping at her like she's in an action movie. She squeezes passes through the tiniest spaces, zipping the ball between defenders' legs, behind her back, or at angles that don't even seem possible. It's like basketball physics don't apply to her. If this pass were in a video game, it would be one of those special moves that only the best players could unlock. And honestly, Caitlin's ability to see plays before they even happen makes it feel like she's playing in a whole different world. And speaking of things that shouldn't be possible, wait until you hear about Caitlin Clark's logo three-pointers. Let's talk about her deep threes. Watching Caitlin shoot from the WNBA logo is like watching Steph Curry's twin, but even bolder. Not just once, but twice in a row, she hit logo threes like it was just a normal practice shot. Seriously, who does that? The defenders tried everything. They stepped up, waved their arms, and even moved way beyond the three-point line, hoping to stop her. But trying to guard Caitlin at the logo is like trying to stop a tornado with a paper towel. It's just not happening. And just when they thought they had a plan, boom, another three. Swish. Game over. Let's take a moment to realize how crazy these shots really are. Most players wouldn't even think about shooting from that far, let alone make it look as easy as a layup. The WNBA logo isn't just a design on the court anymore, it's Caitlin Clark's personal shooting spot. Defenders might as well start guarding her at half court. But even then, it probably wouldn't matter. And let's not forget the crowd's reaction. Pure chaos. Fans were jumping, screaming, and holding their heads like they couldn't believe what they just saw. You know, a shot is legendary when the whole arena loses its mind. That's why people show up early to games, just to watch Caitlin warm up. When she shoots from the logo, it's not just basketball, it's a But here's the crazy part. Her shooting is just one piece of the puzzle. If you think that's impressive, wait until you see her passing. Let's talk about her court vision. because Caitlin Clark sees the game differently than everyone else. We've all seen cool passes before, but this was next level. Without even looking, Caitlin whipped a behind-the-back pass straight into her teammate's hands under the rim, like she knew what was going to happen before it even did. The crowd gasped, the defenders froze like a video game glitch, and Caitlin, she just jogged back down the court, calm as ever, like this was just another day at work. Some people called it luck, others said it had to be magic, but really, that's just Caitlin being Caitlin. Let's break this down for a second. How does she do it? It's not just about being a good passer. Lots of players can make a great assist when they can see the play. But Caitlin, she doesn't even need to. She plays at a whole different level, reading defenders like a book and knowing what's going to happen before it even does. It's like she has a basketball superpower. Now imagine you're the defender. You're doing everything right, standing in the perfect spot, trying to guess her next move, and watching her eyes for a clue about where she'll pass. And then boom, she ignores all the normal rules, doesn't even look, and somehow fires a perfect pass right past you. You just stand there, frozen, like an extra in a sports highlight reel. How do you stop that? The answer is simple. You don't. It's like trying to catch a ghost. Spoiler alert, you can't. And just when you think you've figured out her passing game, she takes it up a notch. Up next, let's talk about one of her craziest assists, the one that left defenders questioning reality. You've made it this far, which means you must be loving this video. So why not take a second to hit that follow button? It's totally free, super easy, and helps us bring you even more amazing content. Especially if you love the WNBA. From game highlights to player spotlights and behind-the-scenes moments, we've got it all. Plus, by following, you'll never miss a thing when it comes to your favorite teams and players. Go ahead, tap that follow now. Alright, let's jump back in. Up next, let's talk about one of Caitlin Clark's craziest assists. This wasn't just any pass, it was pure magic. During a high-energy game against the New York Liberty, Caitlin pulled off a pass so insane that defenders were left totally confused. 1 second, the ball was in her hands. The next, it had vanished and somehow landed perfectly in her teammate's hands under the basket for an easy layup. The crowd exploded. In slow motion, you could see the defenders spinning around, looking for the ball, completely lost. One of them even looked at their teammate like, "Did you see that?" "'Cause I sure didn't." It was the kind of play that left fans screaming and defenders staring at the jumbotron, searching for answers. Let's be real. This wasn't just a pass. It was straight up magic. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball. She's teaching a masterclass in trickery, precision, and basketball IQ that leaves defenders clueless. She sees passing lanes that don't even exist yet. How does she do it? Nobody knows. Maybe she has a drone camera in her mind. Maybe she's secretly connected to the basketball gods. What we do know, her court vision is unmatched. But just when you think that's her best move, she takes it even further. Up next, let's talk about the kind of play that makes defenders wish they weren't on the court. Caitlin Clark's legendary ankle breaker. Now, let's talk about one of Caitlin Clark's most brutal, jaw-dropping moves. If breaking ankles was an art, Caitlin would be Picasso. In a huge game against the Phoenix Mercury, she hit a behind-the-back dribble so quick, so nasty, that her defender, bless their soul, tripped, stumbled, and completely fell to the floor like they had stepped on an invisible trap. The reaction? Pure madness. The crowd lost their minds, pointing and screaming like they had just seen a ghost. The Phoenix bench sat there stunned, some covering their mouths, others shaking their heads because they knew there was no coming back from that. And Caitlin, cool as ever. Like she was just taking a walk in the park. She stepped back beyond the arc, let the three-pointer fly, and swish, nothing but net. Her follow-through? Smooth as silk. A perfect exclamation mark on a moment of pure basketball greatness. Let's be honest, getting crossed up by Caitlin Clark isn't just a bad moment, it's a career-defining disaster. Defenders should probably start bringing ankle insurance because the way she sends people flying should be illegal. Her footwork, so quick, so tricky, that even the best defenders look like they're playing on roller skates. She doesn't just break ankles, she shatters egos. But Caitlin isn't just about embarrassing defenders with her handles. She's got an entire bag of tricks when it comes to finishing at the rim, and trust me, you're gonna want to see what she does next. The spin cycle layup. Defenders were closing in, but Caitlin fired a pass through the tiniest gap, threading it past multiple defenders, hitting her teammate perfectly in stride for an easy bucket. The timing? Flawless. The accuracy? Laser sharp. The crowd lost it. The reaction said it all. Defenders stood frozen in disbelief. Commentators were speechless, and Caitlin, she just jogged back on defense, totally unfazed, as if she hadn't just made history in the most insane way possible. Her ability to not only see plays before they happen but also execute them perfectly is why defenders are starting to look helpless against her. And if this record-breaking moment tells us anything, it's that Caitlin Clark isn't just setting records, she's changing the game. But let's be real, this wasn't even the most disrespectful thing she's done on the court. Up next, let's talk about a move so savage, so ruthless, that it left one of the best players in the game questioning reality. Caitlin Clark's nutmeg on A'ja Wilson. Let's talk about the move that shook the basketball world, the moment that sent shockwaves through the league and had fans watching the replay over and over. This was the moment Caitlin Clark cemented her legendary status. Picture this. A'ja Wilson, the reigning MVP, a defensive powerhouse, standing firm, locked in, arms wide, ready to shut Caitlin down. She probably thought, not today, rookie. Oh, but today was the day. Caitlin didn't just get past the defense, she went right through it with so much confidence that it made defenders nervous. She casually, almost effortlessly, bounced the ball straight through A'ja Wilson's legs, right between the MVP's feet, as if she were training for a soccer game instead of playing high-stakes basketball. And before A'ja could even process what had just happened, Caitlin's teammate had already scooped up the pass and finished the play with an easy bucket. The crowd. Absolute chaos. The commentators screaming. A'ja Wilson, frozen in disbelief, probably trying to convince herself that what just happened didn't actually happen. But oh, it happened on live TV, in front of thousands of fans, in front of the entire basketball world. Getting nutmegged in a street game? Embarrassing. Getting nutmegged in the WNBA on national TV by a rookie? That's the kind of thing that makes you question your whole existence as a defender. Caitlin Clark doesn't just play basketball, she humiliates opponents for a living. She turns world-class defenders into highlight reel extras. And the scariest part, this is only the beginning. Because if you think this is the peak of Caitlin's disrespectful brilliance, think again. Her ability to dominate, embarrass, and leave her opponents speechless only grows with every game. Wow. Just wow. Caitlin Clark is out here rewriting the rules of basketball one jaw-dropping move at a time. From logo threes to no-look dimes, ankle breakers to record-breaking assists, this isn't just talent, this is straight-up magic on the court. And let's be real, if this is what she's doing now, just imagine what's coming next. The WNBA isn't ready. Are you? If you loved this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got more insane highlights, deep dives, and all the biggest moments in the game coming your way, so don't miss out. Hit that subscribe and turn on notifications. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite Caitlin Clark moment so far. Is she already changing the game? Let's talk about it.